Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
assholeconsulting.com. How you guys doing? Hey Aaron, I got a couple items I'd like to ask you about. The first one I'd like to keep as a private one. The other I wouldn't mind doing a video request to spread this idea. So I'm going to skip to the second request here. My second request is simple. I know you're not a Trump fan, but seeing that he is an outsider and not part of the establishment, do you think that they're putting up roadblocks not only to keep him from trying to change things, but in order to hinder any other outsiders from trying to get into the political game? Or is this just a conspiracy theory? Thank you for suffering through the lengthy email and hope to hear from you soon. Yeah, no, you're not. Conspiracy theory, my ass. McConnell, fucking, not Jack Ryan. What the fuck is the... it's escaping me. Mr. fucking preppy Wisconsin boy. Speaker of the House, who lasted, I think, 43 seconds. Those guys, the McCains, the Rhinos. Dude, right off the bat, you got half of Congress. You got a political party that's just going to be against whoever the Republicans throw up. So the Democrat Party is they have long abandoned any kind of like, well, we may be opposing political teams, but we all work for Americans. The Democrat Party has been just against anything that isn't socialist. So, yeah, they're going to throw up and try to impede and blah, blah. You see that daily. I mean, my God, they're calling Trump a crazy... that's one thing that just blew my mind, is you look at George Bush Jr., who by all means was quite a moderate Republican. He just spent a shit ton of money. He did get taxes, but just blew a ton of money. And it wasn't even on the war. Go look at the federal budget. But then you get Trump, who was previously a Democrat, very centrist, and this is the second coming of Hitler. Because that's how far not only the political left has moved, but you have your academic and younger generation completely brainwashed to just hate this man. And it's like, my God, he lowered your taxes, and he's you know what, I guess maybe it'd be more international policy, although even on international policy he's doing well, which even highlights my point further. You may not like him personally. This is the reason I'm very lukewarm to Trump. I'm not a big fan of his. I'm slightly that much more of a fan of his than Hillary. But these people just hate him. Just delusional. So it's a given half the political machine, namely the Democrats, are going to hate Trump or whoever has the R next to his or her name. Because that's just who they are. Okay? They hate Americans. They hate Republicans. They are completely for themselves. But then, yeah, there absolutely is. I mean, we had, what, some turncoat, some traitor, some self-serving parasite. I'd rather vote for Bernie Sanders than this other guy who betrayed and says, well, I'm going to become a Democrat. You know, Arlen Specter, no principles, no morals, a dick like this, all limp and faggoty. That guy, I forget his name. So those type of Republicans where they're just in it for themselves. Oh, yeah, these guys hate, because it's popular to hate Trump. They don't listen to the American people. They're all about getting reelected. So I would say a good, 80% of the Republicans out there are all for the political machine, and all they do is play Democrat light. You know, they're just such fucking pussies. They don't stand for anything. So, and then here's the other thing. Let's be fair. Criticism against Trump. He's an ass. He's an ass. Now, I'm okay with you being an ass as long as I don't care what he says. I don't care what Trump tweets out at 3 a.m. I wish he wouldn't. I wish he'd have a little bit more panache. I wish he would be a little bit more presidential. But I'll take a Trump any day over a politician because at least I know what the guy is standing for. And even these guys who are the 20%, you know, traditional conservative, but even they gotta wince because they gotta look at you gotta look at PR a little bit. You're like, oh my, this guy. So you know, when he comes out and just says the most outlandish shit, and you're like, really? Really? Now, what's happening, hopefully, is people are starting, you know, Trump is setting his new normal, setting a new normal where, yeah, it's just Trump, he's a blabbermouth and all that, and people are starting to actually look at actions like, holy cow, did he actually bring peace to the North Korean peninsula? Hey, we got a tax deduction and it's going to help out everybody. That was another one example where the Democrats just hate the people. They just hate everyone. Trump's tax plan helps poor people. It helps everyone. And it doubled the standard deduction. What? Hello? But the Democrats got you sheeple all around. Oh, Trump hates he likes the rich, he hates the poor. The rich get rich and the poor get poor. Typical fucking American Democrat. So yeah, there is I wouldn't even call it ideological. The Democrats are so fervent, so zealous. They're a mental, an insane level of hatred for Trump. But it could be anybody. I thought it couldn't get any worse than George Bush Jr., but apparently it did. They're just mental. So they are psychologically, mentally against Trump, and they're going to throw up roadblocks. The professional Republicans, the pussies who never worked a real job, the career politicians, Republicans, they certainly hate Trump because he's bad PR. And then the 20% of the Republicans that might actually agree or can tolerate the firebrand nature of Trump, they still got to win. And they're not going to throw up blockades and not work with the guy. But they're going to be like, oh, I know Trump. But yes, it's not conspiracy. It's not. I'm surprised he got the tax return. He got the tax thing through. But yeah, they're definitely and. Trust you me, there's also this elitism. Like, this guy isn't one of us. Get him out of here. Even though he's been in the establishment more or less from New York, that's how arrogant and cocky these Beltway insiders are in Washington, D.C. They really don't believe that anyone but they are the chosen ones to lead this country. I think probably the last time we saw any new blood, it wasn't even the midterm election. I think it was the 1996 election. No, 94 election with Newt Gingrich. And that was the last time any real new blood was brought in that might have had an ounce of morality. But yeah, no, it's a swamp. It needs to be drained. Old Clary has his criticisms of Trump not draining it at all or fast enough, but I have much more deliberate and precise and direct methods that I would have done. But I've dropped out of politics. I don't even care anymore. So no, it is not a conspiracy theory. There is blatantly clear, politically reasoned and incentivized people to go against Trump, the Democrats. The established rhino Republicans, obviously, and have gone against Trump. And at best, he's kind of out there on his own. And somehow, onto his own, he did to himself, but even the 20% of Republicans are like, yeah, they may agree with him. Like, God almighty, will you polish it up a bit? I mean, he still sticks around. You got the Stormy Daniels, grab him by the pussy. I think a lot of that is due to the Democrats and left become so psycho that people are like, fine, we'll take any one of these, but we'll take a sinner over a fabricated saint any day. So, all right, that's it. You guys got questions? Cappy's got answers. AssholeConsulting.com. Toodles.